Why can't we have 2 seasons
Right?
of things going on?
True. And the other thing is like the lifespan of a mobile game is really short. All right, this is the one of the few games that's an exception, right? But usually the games last for maybe a year, if that. So like the fact that seasons are 3 months long was really long, dude. And the fact that SWC only happens once a year, really long. I think they can do more stuff with this, more leagues, more different things like that.
Instead of making Arena more interesting or making RTA more interesting with incentive, they could do one thing that could make Arena and RTA more interesting.
Bufflora.
Which is Bufflora. Exactly.
I knew it! He had to say it sometime today. I was ready. I was waiting for your eyes, bro. Aloha, everybody. If you guys are watching from the YouTube channel, welcome back to another podcast. As you can see here, we got some familiar faces that you guys have not seen in a while. Of course, Thompson and Make It About here were here last week. Rujin, who we haven't seen in a while, hasn't been here. But you were in one podcast before, right? Or 2 prior times?
Yeah, like almost a month and a half ago.
Yeah, a little while ago, I think.
After, yeah.
I think right when I came back from New York, I think. Right? It was the week after.
New York one.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Daniel Karaoke as well. Yeah, good to see you, Daniel. I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh, nice shirt.
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Thanks, guys, for inviting me one time.
Yeah, that's on SWC 2017.
Yep, that's the first one.
Yes.
He's got the
They
OG
sell those
ones.
on eBay. People sell those on eBay for like $80, dude.
Wait, people sell those on eBay?
Yeah, dude.
No, I don't buy. I have one friend.
No. Dude, that's $80 without you wearing. Now that you worn it, Daniel, bro, you can sell it for like $200, bro. Yeah, sell that on eBay, bro. Yes.
I can trade it for Seattle, I think.
Sell some of that Daniel pheromones on eBay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Worth more now. He's worn it, so it's gone up in value.
Exactly. All right, let's get right into the topics that we have today. Right, some similar topics to last week, but we got some different people to kind of discuss things as well. Topic number 1, I'm gonna keep it pretty much the same as last week here, talking about the Beast Riders. I want to keep talking about them because they're new. People are testing them, or people are trying them out. I'm hearing constantly different things like every single week, right? This is trash. This is good. Well, this is OP. This is not.
Who said it's trash? They're not trash, bro.
Wait, am I right about the water one being the worst one?
So far, I have
bought
heard the
water
least.
one, actually, but I'm scared of all of them, dude. Like they do so much damage, and you gotta kill them twice.
Yeah.
They're OP as fuck, and they're speed scaling.
Yeah.
Like they're too good, man.
Let me tell you this.
I mean, I don't have one. I need
let
one.
me say this. Don't listen to Chris bullshit because he's not good of any of them. Like, they're predicated on outspeeding the other team. All of them is predicated on outspeeding the other team.
Yeah.
Except maybe the fire one, but the fire one too.
It's hard not to with 128.
No, Chris, you can lie to everybody. You cannot lie to me.
Or 123.
Chris is not scared of getting outsped because no one outspeeds Chris. He has
No.
He has wound
Fire
cell.
Beast Rider outspeeds me.
Fire Beast Rider does outspeed him in the same rank,
Beast Rider
relatively same rank. Well,
Okay, are you really scared of Fire Beast Rider outspeeding you without a stripper?
Well, like usually if I line up like a Gemini something, yes, I'm very
Yeah,
scared.
Gemini will die to it.
Like
Yo,
if I
by the
Gemini
way,
in the middle of
you're
my
just
draft,
trolling using Gemini. That's just like G2, G1 bullying.
well, if I Gemini in the middle, my team runs out at like 3:30, and then they last pick a Fire Beast Rider. It's scary, even with
Like you're not gonna pick Gemini into a G3 player.
Damn, Thompson coming out with the fire and the flame and the whip here. Okay.
No, I'm just explaining to you guys. Yo, he's not scared of any Beast Rider, man. They're all predicated on outspeeding the other team and taking over. Like the water one, the wind one. You have to outspeed
No, they're
them,
pretty
right?
good, dude. They're pretty good, man.
You're not scared of them,
With the
okay?
fire
You're more
beast.
scared of like
Fucking scared of the
man.
fire.
Get out of here, dude. Dude, man, what a liar.
I swear to God, Topo
What are you
was
scared of? You're not scared. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I am scared of it, dude. Like,
Oh, you're scared. Okay. Okay.
well, I
That
mean,
does
I
not
can't
make
use-
sense. You just told the whole chat you're running at 330 speed. You're scared of a measly little water beast rider or wind beast rider?
If they had my runes, they outspeed me. If they have the
But
fire one, they outspeed
How would
me.
they have your runes 330 speed, Chris?
No, but that's after lead, right? But if they don't have my rune quality and they have like a G1, Topo was on some G1 or C3's account the other day. I queued into him and he used a Fire Beast Rider on me and outsped my Gemini, but I resisted the attack bar reduction, so I was good to go. If I had not luck sacked a little bit, I would have got my ass kicked by a
That happens often,
G1
by the way. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So
but how would you ruin them though? Like a violent or a swift build for the
I
fire?
per-
Let's say just for-
Depends on like my setup. I actually would prefer Violent on the fire and Swift on the other two. Actually, that's my setup. With the
Same here.
Gemini
I would
Moon
run Swift on the water, Violent on the fire, and Despair on the wind.
I don't know why you do
I don't have any
Despair.
of them yet, though.
Despair is interesting on the wind. Why do you say Despair on the wind? Because of AoE?
Because hey,
It's got
if-
double AoE though.
Yeah, so I guess. And because you have that one super good Despair set. True or false? I mean, everybody has like that one Despair set, so
I
Toxic
have-
saying you should
I
maybe
actually
use it
have
for it.
3 of them, but
Oh,
one's on my replay, one's on my
We're
No,
flex
I
for
mean,
alright.
Never mind. God,
I'm just
you
trolling.
asked me a question. I'm responding.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me the reason for Despair though. I mean, like the in depth.
Well, yeah, it could. It's good on Despair, in my opinion. I don't have it. I want one, but yeah.
I heard more about the wind one, like it being used in Guild Wars, potentially Guild Siege, and it's like some combos as well in RTA. Yeah, Fate Mem was like, oh yeah, there's a good combo with it or something like that with the fire and the wind one or something like that. But I'm not sure exactly in particular what's so good.
They
can combo
stand on their
anything.
own though. Like it's a good attack by manipulation, good overall strips, like good utility overall.
Yeah.
You don't have to set it up with the Gemini or Wunsa either. They're very strong units, man.
But
If
this,
you have a unit that could push attack bar to 0 and armor break, it's pretty easy to set it up, man.
yeah, I guess that's
Either
fair.
way,
With good
I'm
base
just
stats, the thing is they have such good base
they're
stats.
powerful, man.
Yeah, the base stats are so good. Daniel, I know you've been doing some RTAs as well on stream and whatnot. Have you been fighting any of these Beast Riders? Like, let's get into the nitty gritty. How have you guys felt about fighting them, right? Whether you have them or not. Have you gone against them and what have you felt?
In my ladder, when I try to get another ranking, another account, I fight a lot versus fire with Swift stat. But when I fight versus Violet, is really more strong in my opinion, because the control buy is more consistent, and you have more damage if you proc.
So
and the
Violent
wind-
set is a lot better than for it.
Yes, I think yes, because you have a lot of speed, and if you have a leader skill, leader speed, something you can bring another Daphne's or the Cat's water really strongly, because the high base speed, and you kill another unit in the first turn, and it starts 4/3. And the wind, it's so good when you try cleaving another person with Lagmaron and the Odin. Daphne is very, very good. I see a lot because people kill in the first moment. In the second turn, you can't wait a lot, and you both speed, attack push bar, and very good. And the word people don't use too much with sweet sets, I think. I think a lot of people try running Vile, but I think it not consistent. The damage, because people have Fran, Ursa, Amelia, Arta, and you can heal back and kill more easy with Wind Cat, you explode in 2 or 3 turn the water.
See,
But I like the strip and the damage, but it's not consistent strip.
So like, what do you feel like this? Let's talk about the water one a little bit, right? The water one seems to be like a booster. Does it constitute enough to bring the water one and bring another booster, like a Bastet, right? Bastet and the water Beast Rider. Like, does it constitute as two units to attack bar boost and set up for like a Daphnis or something like that? Like, can you do enough damage? That's the thing, because the boost is relative to the damage that you hit, right? Up to like 50% or something like that. So the thing is, how much can that thing hit? I think the last time we were having discussions on how much damage that thing does, because it really depends. If you can hit hard, you will boost more, right? Which can be big, right? Setting up your team to nuke, like Daphnis, and I don't know what else out there. I can think of like Oberon, but not everybody has that. But what else? Whatever else there is to nuke.
If you're running that comp, right?
Yeah.
Your Bastet and the Water Beast Monk. I mean, not the
Beast
Water
Rider.
Monk, Water Beast Rider.
Yeah.
Has to be both on Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're running a
But
clip up. Still swim.
After the Water Beast Rider uses the attack bar boost, it takes like 5 turns for it to get it back up. It loses a lot of tempo after the first turn.
Because something cool I wanted to try people to try was, you know how people try like the Draco with Gato kind of thing with that speed lead? I was thinking maybe Susano, you know, I want to see some Susano action. I don't know if he's the greatest, but sometimes I feel like he can actually do some work in there, man. And
Ooh,
having Bastet Water Beast Rider,
Yeah,
like,
that sounds
you got
really
another
awesome.
lead. You got another lead, right?
So the Water Beast Rider also has like this weird mechanic where you know how like it does ignore damage right after it dispels a certain amount of buffs,
Right.
but it's a 2-hit ability. So the first hit dispels doesn't get the ignore defense. It's only the second one that gets the ignore defense after the dispel because the dispel is always after each of the hits.
Right.
So that's where it comes in. It's like half of the damage isn't ignore damage, and that's why like I've watched a lot of the RTA replays where it doesn't do enough damage to actually kill anything.
The problem with, as Thompson's saying, of tempo loss here, the reason why Draco's a million times better is you're going to go first and you keep your tempo kind of because you have immunity, right? But these dudes don't provide immunity, so you lose that tempo. If you don't end the game on the spot, you're going to get slept by Hathors, you're going to get, you know, later stripped by Giannas, owned by Nephthys, you know, slowly bruised down by Artemels, you know what I mean? So, like, at the end of the day, I don't think the two are going to work together as boosting you.
But if you don't use, what if you don't use Bastet then? Now if you do like because you use it as a booster, right? A Draco Barbara, it gives you such a base speed advantage instead of Bastet of 99, right? You're not sitting at a 108. You don't get attack buff, obviously,
but then,
though.
like, the
Not
reason
enough,
why those cleave comps work is because the Bastet enables your team to take kills early. The shield is good later. It's a lot more utility. I don't think the Water Beast Rider is not going to be able to provide that same level of.
So how can it be tweaked?
Different debuffs from skill 2.
It has to.
I just don't think I would play it in that way. I don't think the unit needs to be tweaked at all. I just wouldn't play it in that way.
So how would you play it then?
Chakamu's got it.
Chris will play the Water Beast Rider, not with Susano, but with Soha, because he doesn't need the speed lead.
You're trolling.
I'll
How's
just
Chocobo
use
been
her
using?
like
I heard.
Mina.
Oh, go ahead, Rujit. Go ahead.
I'll just use her just like Mina, the water cat. Mina, right? Mina?
Yeah.
Like a premium one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it just possible
Like against
no defense against.
Vertihill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Okay.
I mean, usually Verds and Daphnis are usually paired with Fran anyway.
Yeah.
So they get the buff, especially if it's a Swift Fran, then you just nuke one of the squishies out of existence.
Right. What about
It's really good against Bird and.
What about
Definitely.
Chocomu? What about Chocomu making about? I heard some stuff that he's been trying the Water Beast Rider and it kind of working for him. I don't know. How does he use it though?
The way he runs it is how I would run it. You run
Okay.
2 strippers up top and then, or no, you run the Gemini up top and then you go. If you're running the wind one, you have 2 strips up top. But the water one, you can run the Gemini water one. Your rest of your team. And it supports pretty well.
And it does boost up as well, which is kind of nice. Huh.
Yeah, well, it also does a fuck ton of damage. That's really what you're looking at too. So
Right.
But those comps are really good against people that has lower speed than yours. But once you get to like a certain point, you're not. That comp's not going to work. You know.
How about something like a normal draft though?
Fighting.
Like normal draft scenarios with her and using her as just like a normal first turn stripper for like Ganny or something like that. Do you think it would be okay? Is strip is not consistent enough or it is consistent enough? That's the thing, right?
It can still glance on Ganny, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
To go before Ganny, right? It's like a setup, right? You build Water Monkey King to go before Ganny. You build, Lauren to go before Ganny, right? It's like the strip before the reset and just regular play. Is it just good enough bruiser to bring in? I wonder.
The problem, I think, because you try strip a lot wind units for his mechanic work, because you scared about Hathor and the maybe Okeanos with Vile sets, and but sometimes you need to strip wind units, and the water is not good.
I guess that's what still makes Lauren still strong, even though she has lower base stats. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, any other ones?
Laura or Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren has low base stats compared to her, but Lauren, strips a little bit more consistently because she's light, right, compared to everything else.
Oh,
So you don't have to worry
I have
about
a question for the rest of
Yeah.
the group. Have you guys seen any resing Beast Rider abuse? Like Vanessa, well, I saw some of the videos where it's like, they don't, it doesn't have a cooldown, right?
Yeah.
So like, well, I haven't played RTA enough this season. I only faced like one Beast Rider, Have you guys seen like the rezzing type of like abuse?
It's pretty toxic,
I,
right?
s-
Well,
I,
if you're the
I see
Vanessa-
people running. Sorry, Chris.
Go ahead, Daniel.
But I see people running Vanessa, Triana, Taranis, Beast Rider Fire, Smasher, right? And the whatever he can pick. This draft only revive it, and one Beast Rider is full damage, but Triana is damage too. And the Tarani is very tank, and Vanessa is build tank too. 100 res, and the people try kill Masha a lot of times, but he can't because has revive and 2 lives. Has passive Vanessa 2 lives. It's really danger with
That's pretty.
fights.
That's
versus
pretty
this.
toxic, actually. Come to think of it, if you use like
Yeah.
a lot, any of the Beast Riders actually, right, in their kits, and being able to draft it into like the standard Vanessa Triana, which has come up a lot more now, and Tyrannies as well, being a good damage dealer. You have defense break, you have a little bit of sustain. I mean, your last pick is so flexible, depending if you need more sustain or you need whatever you want. That's pretty good, right? That's
That's what I was
actually
thinking.
that's pretty toxic.
Like especially with Tyrannus and then Vanessa with the double revive constantly. Well, you got 6 lives on the Beast Rider
Yeah.
essentially.
Those
And-
comps are those comps are like a Gemini's comps wet dreams.
True.
Like
true.
Gemini comps love playing against those comps.
True, but the thing is that when you're drafting, they already know if you're gonna be Geminiing or what kind of draft you're doing after the first 2, right? So it's an easy draft to do Vanessa Triana. Yes, a lot of people are going Vanessa Triana right now for like most drafts. I feel like a decent amount of them, and you can always change it up,
Vanessa Triana,
huh?
Brian. No one's picking Vanessa Triana.
I've seen so many Vanessa Trianas.
No,
don't see
Gany Hathor.
No,
It's been like Vanessa Triana, Gania Thors. I've been seeing a lot of that.
Yeah,
but,
but they're not first picking Vanessa Triana, right? They're first picking like either Gany or Hathor, and then the speed lead.
a lot of Hathors, and then sometimes they go Vanessa first.
Yeah.
It just depends, right? Yeah, it just depends. But yeah, it's
I don't
I've
see
seen-
a lot in this season. Gany Hatter.
Really?
I don't. Yes,
Oh, Gany Hathor is so OP though.
because people running Antares, Regal, and the whatever. Josephine.
Regal?
Yes.
Let me ask you this, Daniel. What do you usually,
Juno.
what do you usually draft first, Daniel? Like first 2 and first 1. What is your drafts usually?
Now I have Vanessa, and I start to burst Vanessa first pick ever, but because I never have a speed lead. Now I have and test fight in the first turn. But sometimes people take my Vanessa, I first pick ever Gunman.
Okay.
Because I don't need the Hato for my comp. I like more damage, and I draft Gunny, Daphne, Triana, Mina, and what else? Fran.
I see. Okay. So yeah, we talked about some of the Beast Riders here. Getting back on topic. Seems like they're still being tested, but I mean, every single week it sounds like they're still good. They're still good. More people are starting to use them. So I'm excited to see if they get nerfed or they get any buffs or changes, because we're gonna be talking about it in a little while here. But you know, hopefully there's gonna be a balance patch and there's gonna be a new season, so people are gonna be really testing things out since it's earlier on the season, right? End of the season, I feel like people are a little bit more hesitant to try to use it because they want to kind of get to the rank or kind of maintain a rank. So we're gonna definitely see it coming into the new season coming up. We're gonna move on to
Give
topic
me a
number
Beast
2. Oh, go
Rider
ahead.
first.
Yeah,
Give me a Beast Rider first.
yeah. Give him a lighter dark one. Give him a lighter dark
yeah.
one. Come to us.
Actually, I really want a dark one. I want to try out the cleave potential.
Yeah, I think that thing hits hard, dude. I think that thing hits really hard. You know
Which
what else is
elemental one
hard?
do you want the most, Ryujin?
The what?
Which elemental one do you want the most?
Honestly, I want the water. Even though statistically right now everyone's saying she's the worst one,
Uh-huh.
I kind of
Is
want the water one.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I wasn't able to play any of them.
You want water one? Okay.
I want the water
Maybe
one.
you just have the
And-
room.
And then the wind one. Fire's probably like the last one, even though it has the highest base speed. But it just seems like a single target fire bruiser that has good speed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Even though I
I'll tell you the people that want the fire one. Every ragdoll user right now is like, oh, fire! Give me the fire one! Give me the fire one! So
Even-
good, dude.
Even if you just have a Vanessa, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Like Vanessa Masha.
All right, moving on to topic number 2 here. Topic number 2 is all right. We haven't talked about quality of life changes, but because you know this is a kind of New Year's ish podcast, what kind of changes do you guys want to see in the game? Yeah, 2020 coming in. What kind of basic changes, right? In the Guild War content, in the basic UI, like what do you want to see change in normal stuff? Not buffs, not changes to units, but everything else in the game. What kind of daily life things would you like to see added into the game? Like suggestions we can give them coming into 2020 here for them to take into consideration.
I have two big ones. One
Okay.
of them is when you move it between your storage, it lags a little bit, and when you put Devilmon and Angelmons into the storage, it lags a little bit. So that little lag takes a long time, you know?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, maybe being able to like click them all and put them right into the Angelmon storage is a better thing. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Right? Because right now we're putting it in one by one, but just let us click it all one time and then click put in and then let it lag or whatever load in. That's fine, right? That's better.
I think people discussed this one before. The rune, being able to see the original rune quality for, say, like if it was a purple or blue, instead of going into like what is it, the re-app to say like, oh, this was still a legend. Like
Yeah.
I know people talked about it before. Just like at least like when we're looking at all the runes, there's like a little corner that says original purple, original blue, original white, whatever. So it's just like easy glance.
The first one is cleaning up the lag time, the time you have to wait between like moving stuff around, and the second one is the grinds is getting ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
With
that's
all
still a
the
big one.
dimensional crystals and the R5s being done.
We want
Like,
to bring that
it's
one up
rude.
again.
Yeah.
They did address an issue of like just the basic usage of the grinds just to make it easier on us to see and use, but it didn't address the amount of space we have for the grinds. It is a big grind and gem issue right now for people. We just need to stack it. Like there's no differences through the grinds. I mean the purple grind is a purple grind for speed, right? There's no difference. Why do I have to have so much of it everywhere and all the space spread out? Just condense it all so we have more space so we can collect more.
Oh yeah, they did troll us with the last patch with like, oh, stackable grinds, but
Yep.
it's not.
I don't think they understood what we meant by stackable grinds. I mean, it's
Yeah.
good. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it's better visually, sure, but not more space. It didn't give us more space. We need the space.
I think I'm the opposite. I kind of like that long list of, because right now I see one, right, and then
Yeah.
you see the number. It's kind of like deceiving, because at least I know like, ooh, I got a lot, and then when I'm down to the last one, but when I'm looking at the numbers, it's like still one stack, and you keep pumping into it. You don't really notice like it disappearing, so it's like not as valuable in my opinion, like
Okay.
how it looks.
Okay. Yeah, going back to your first thing about being able to see the rarity, I think what I would like them to do with that though is instead of giving us a marking, just let us sort by the rarity. So like I can go slot 2 vial and I can be like legend, and it's just all the legend ones, not like the original legend quality ones. So I can easily do a re-app session. You know what I mean? And secondly, in terms of the markings, I would still like them to allow us to have custom markings, right? Let me put a dot or a square where I want to put a dot or a square. You know what I mean? It's just a visual thing for my own account. Nobody else can see it but myself, right? So I can, sort things the way I want for, like I can be like, okay, this dot means it's for, re-app. This dot means this is a done rune. I'm never going to touch it. This dot means I need a grind, right? But I set that myself. That's something I would like to see for aesthetics.
Oh, that would
and
be
visuals.
that would actually be really nice.
Make it a bud. Chris, any suggestions for quality of life changes? Like playing the game, what would you like to see?
I wasn't listening for the past 5 minutes, but if this has been already said, I apologize.
Go ahead, it's fine.
But stackable grinds to truly make them stackable.
So yeah, bring it up. We need to bring it up. Go ahead.
And then the other thing is in terms of sorting by legend and epic and stuff like that would be great, hugely great. I know you just mentioned that, but I also think like the chances of them implementing that's probably low, because the only people that really need it a lot more are people like you and me that stream reapps a lot more. The majority of the population only does reapps like maybe once a month, if that, right, if they're not pay to play. So
True.
and then I don't know if this is by definition QOL but matchmaking system. Please fix that, because
That's fine. Anything. That's fine.
it's very boring to fight a guy with gold stars or 1 red star, and I prefer to have better fights. And I'm sure they don't want to fight me either. So they could kind of help the system out. And also, I don't know if this is again by definition QOL, but point system, I think +7, +7 for beating a higher level player, losing 6 for beating one that's lower, and then or losing to one that's lower. I think that needs to change. I think it needs to kind of go back to how it was before. Right now, ranking is a lot of times determined by who has more time, or that's a very large component of that. And it's a fucking chore, dude, to do wings. Like, I don't want to do wings anymore, but I kind of have to at some point, right? Like, you're doing it to avoid decay, and you can't even climb when you do a bunch. It's a chore, dude. Like, it's
a big
not,
chore. Yeah.
It leads to burnout too. Like, sometimes I just want to chill and like sit on the couch, watch the Lakers play ball, and farm. But I can't do that because I got to do wings, right? So it kind of sucks.
Right.
So that would be my couple suggestions.
Yeah, why do you think I've only done like 118 wings like this whole? Honestly, it to me, like, I know where Chris is coming from. It's really a chore, even though like I got some OP, but it's like I don't want to do 30 wings a day. I do like 2.
Or
And then
the other
leave
way.
it.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
The other thing you could do is make it so you build up on your 30. So like if I didn't finish my 30, let it carry to the next day. Like kind of have like a road, kind of like how our dimensional energy stacks up. Kind of do something like that. So I like some days I'm in the mood for like binge doing wings and I can do like 200, right? But don't make me do 30 a day. That's a lot harder to do.
Okay. What about you, Daniel? What do you want to see coming into 2020? Changes in the game? Anything. Could be the way the summon system works. Anything.
Chris is speaking about the RTA, and I'm thinking about the RTA too.
Okay.
3 months for one season, it's really hard, man. Because we have life, we have streaming, we have friends for meetup, and you try hard for new rank for people, the community. Well, I think if the season is 30 days, I think it's more fun. Because one season, Thompson say, I can play this season. And the next season, Chris say too, I don't want to play this season because it's too time. I need my time for expensing my job, something, what else. And the 1 month season, I think it's more funny for new people try get new rank, new people try your first C1, first G1, whatever, what else. And I think it's more funny for the game because the farming on RTA is not funny, bro. If you needed to do 30 wings day by day, sometimes I'm looking for my wife and say, what the fuck this RNG, man? Why I lose this? People procky and he say, huh? It's okay. It's okay. Let's go. Because I'm doing 300 wings this season, but not only my accounts. I play my accounts, viewer accounts. I do service accounts, RTA, and the people dreaming the G3. Now we have the first Brazilian person in top 100. We work about this in these years, and now we try hard this. But bro, it's not funny play RTA for 3 months because we need to farm only dungeons, raids, and the new instance you have farming now too, and need farm RTA too. I'm really bored farming RTA. I have fun doing RTA, but farming is not fun.
Yeah, I think it's fair that what you guys are talking about for the RTA system. I think RTA system is like their baby, right? That's where a lot of their content is. It's the content people enjoy the most, and it's where they're doing the tournaments and stuff. So I would like to see them to revamp it more, right? I don't know about a shorter season though, but go ahead.
And I have one only opinion for this topic. It's replay on raid 5. It's the same dungeon. I'm doing raid 5 with Thompson, and we don't invite another person, play replay, and don't go back to play and play again, Only replay, me and Thompson, go, and farm more fast. I think it's more consistent for people doing R5 now because people don't have BJ in the first moment, And the replay, I think, is more fun.
Right.
It's the same Giants.
Right.
It's the same Giants replay.
I see. Go ahead, Richard.
They still need to update the reward system for a lot of the lower ranks, like C3s, C2s, fighters. Like, honestly, the bigger the pool, the better it is for the community. no one wants to play like 3 months down the line to get what 2 wings, the Conqueror rings,
Mhm.
and you need to get more. They need to give like LD scrolls. They need to give something that incentivizes people to play. Like the top players are always going to get the skins, right?
Right.
Even this season, like the reason I even want to play is because the skin kind of sucked. I don't
Right.
really care for Chimera skin. I'm hoping they would put Lightning Emperor skins in.
Right.
Hint.
So we have we have an issue here with RTA, and I guess we have two different routes, right? We have we have a suggestion to make it so RTA is not so dependent on being able to do all of the wings every day. And we have another solution of potentially giving rewards, maybe a weekly reward depending on where you are, to incentivize you. And even though you have to play the same amount of wings, it feels better to play the amount of wings. Which route are you taking here? What are you feeling is a better route? Right? Make it so the point system was back the way it is, or maybe less wings per day, like 15 per person, right? Makes it you have to focus more on your 15 wings, or more the route of keeping things kind of the same, right? As well as increasing the rewards, maybe a weekly reward and reward in general to incentivize you. And of course, both of them having better matchmaking overall. I need to repeat that again. Better matchmaking would be nice. But which route do you think would be a better route?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I mean, you can give both better rewards, like one re-app. I saw people are like complaining about wanting more re-apps, right? You can have one re-app for like, peg the points however you want, like 100 points, right? Which is not a ton of wings. And then again, fix the point system. So like, I get a bigger kick out of beating Tomato. I get a lot more points, right? That's a lot more fun. Versus right now, it's just a fucking grind, right? So I don't think they're mutually exclusive. You can definitely do both. It's like, what number do you set that reward at, right?
Right. I make it slightly mutually exclusive because I know, I mean, let's be real, to come to us, they're not going to give us everything or all that, you know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of mutually exclusive, where I'm just like, what would you rather see? Because got to give them baby steps, right? I don't know. I try to give them little baby steps that are reasonable, ways to improve the game. And if they do more, I mean, so be it, right? But just little baby steps here and there.
The weekly idea is really good. I actually really like that.
Their goal is to increase bottom line, right? And the way to do so is to get more people to RTA, because RTA players statistically spend more. You want more engagement with the game.
Fair.
That doesn't mean you have to blow 3 hours doing wings all day, right?
Okay.
All you got to do is maybe half an hour's worth. I think that should be their goal that they're looking for. You don't need to get a guy to play 3 hours a day. You just need 30 minutes or so.
So what do you think about them decreasing wings then to 15, right? Because now it's 15 wings.
Yeah, I mean that is another lever you can pull, right? Is to decrease the total number of wings, right? Another lever is to have the pool of wings like dimensional energy.
But I don't like the adding it up. Once you add it up, and it's a big sum. Some people have also suggested it as well, because if you have a big amount, people will just save wings and dump it all at one time, and it kind of makes the ladder kind of crazy as well. So I think keeping the pool limited and not stacking day to day would be the better route. My opinion, though.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you have a ton of options, right? 15, lowering the number of wings is one. But I think they're trying to get people to RTA and get people to play more, but it's not about hours played in RTA. It's probably what you're going for is percent of population played, and I don't think they've ironed that out yet. And they should focus on that.
So rewards then would definitely incentivize a lot more of the population to play. That's a lot more people.
Not to play that often or play something.
Okay.
Like,
If
use
you
the
do
glory
rewards, then it'll be
points that
such
we
a
get.
chore to do like 30 wings a day too.
But another question here that
Yeah.
just kind of popped up in my thought process. If you are the majority of the population, would it be fair to say the majority of the population is Conqueror, Fighter, and Challenger? That's the majority of the population, right? Those ranks don't need to play 30 wings every day to get the ranks that they need. So is that another argument there now that we gotta think about, right? Those players don't have to do 30 wings. To get to Fighter...
Just use the points. Just use the points that they
All
have.
else equal, though, regardless, like because of the way the point system set up today with the plus minus, a guy that is normally going to be F2, if he plays his normal wings, if he does more wings, will go to like a C1, right? It happens at all ranks, right? Regardless.
Right, but
So
it's
that's
not as valuable right now. So going back to it, it's the rewards then that need to start.
Yeah, for sure. The reward. I mean,
incentivize
you need both, right? You kind of need both.
this. Interesting.
Like have the weekly pool in the shop, right? Right now we get the skins, the wings, right?
Right.
That we have to use our points. And a lot of people like Thompson, Chris, or other people, like the top 100 people, have tons of points and they don't do anything with it. So like have a weekly thing where you talked about where you could buy the shop, a Rehab, a Devilmon, and like more rewards, and it works for everyone. in a week they could buy one re-app, just the same thing as regular arena, except RTA. Now people are more incentivized to like, oh, they'll play in the low, they'll keep playing in the lower ranks just to get points, but they're gonna play. Kind of, it's kind of forces them into a
I don't
chore,
think
but
that's an incentive. I think that's like forced, man.
Yeah,
That's
it could be more forced. It could be incentive, could be more forced. Wow, this goes it's both ways. It's tough, man. It's tough.
it goes, yeah. You could see it as, but when you see a reward on the thing, right? Let's say I'm doing regular. Well, I like arena, so I'm getting the Devilmon weekly anyway.
Okay.
So it's not really.
Dude, you're getting the light and dark, which I cannot get. You're oh my god,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
LV
I
Nat
wish I could
4.
buy the light and dark. I can't get it.
Ooh, LD Nat 4 is so hard to get.
No, if you do arena every day, you get it by the light and dark
Oh, you're
pieces.
talking about pieces.
Yeah,
Prize.
That's a lot.
I was thinking prize, right? Talking about incentive, right? I feel like a normal arena should be revamped for they should revamp that prize system where you get better prize, right?
They need to
Right,
revamp the
I
whole
think I
system.
mentioned before, like an LV Nat 5 piece or something, like a 1 out of 100 for a legend player, something stupid like that,
I like that.
right? Something to make it interesting, because right now no one wants to do arena. No one really does arena. Much,
You know
right?
what would
Thompson
revamp
doesn't
it
do arena, but
for a
if
lot?
you gave him LD Nat 5 pieces, like a 5 out of 100 for getting legend, you bet your ass he's gonna do it every week, and it'll be fun because you'll see him invent different things. But right now, no one gives a shit. You just kind of cleave it, or you don't know if there are better strategies out there because the prize isn't big enough.
So this
at
is
all.
something that we've talked about in the past, though. But I would like to see them come out with transcendent scroll pieces, something that you can collect up month to month throughout the entirety of a year. The thing is, though, it's not going to hit the end players as much because you guys have most of the regular Nat 5s, right? It still might hit you because you might want to collect it, but it's going to hit more of the population to play arena, right? So I think that's something that could be definitely of interest for arena. But they got to revamp the whole arena thing. We brought in Foxy and some other people to talk about arena in the past, Crystal Shizzle, and we kind of gave them some good suggestions, but I don't know if they're gonna take it in. It would take a full revamping of arena because that's one of the oldest pieces of content that have not been touched in years, honestly. So
Just
I
gotta
mean,
change-
I don't
just
do
gotta
this.
change
I
the
don't get
prize.
legend for the rewards. I get legend because it's just fun. Try to get it.
It's fun.
Right, but right now there's probably maybe
Okay.
fun for him.
10 to 20 people that actually go for legend or have a real shot at it, right? But imagine if, say, I'm going to use Thompson example, right? Because he's, the SWC finalist and all that. Imagine if you had a real fucking prize. Now you add Thompson to the pool that he's going to compete with you guys because he wants that LD Nat 5 piece. And how many other Thompsons are there out there, right? How fun would that be? How much more fun would that be when you have more competition? Right now, there's maybe you can count on your two hands how many guys, and you can name them who's going after it.
Like,
But when it's different,
I'm actually curious to see how dead arena content is. To us, or a lot of us, it's decently dead. But I'm actually curious how dead it is for people out there. Because if it's so dead, one of the easiest ways to revamp it is just give it special rules, man. This week of arena, this is the reward for the LD or whatever. This week is 4 stars only. This week is Fire Nat 5s only, right? So be it, right? It'll make it revamp it more fun for everybody else. And it's not like it's a big game changer, right? For arena. I don't think it's I think Comptos is worried, right? If they touch things too much that things will go bad. But if not that many people care about the content, giving it something fresh that's a weekly change is not bad. Right? It's not that bad in my opinion.
Something to look forward to every week, like every Monday, I'm sure, or Sunday to Monday, that transition, everyone gets the 3 re-apps, 3 ancient re-apps, you craft all your shit. But how about every Sunday? You give people more landmarks throughout the week to look forward to, and this could be one of them, right? Yes, you toy with the rules, but I still think there needs to be the prize to make it worth it, right? For me to go after it.
True.
So I think something, maybe even a re-app up at the top, right? A couple re-apps, 3 to the legend, maybe a 1 to each of the 100, or LD Nat 5 piece, 5 out of 100 to the legend, 3 out of 100 to the G2s, and so on, G3s, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. What about you, Daniel? Were you gonna say something?
Yes, you give me a good idea. Imagine the arena is with the rotation stones, the nat 5s and nat 4. You can't use in the arena. Imagine the rotation Pisama and something. You never see Pisama on defense.
Yeah.
Why you construct new defense without your leader speed?
Yeah,
I
it
think it's fun.
could be fun, right? Like something even smaller. They have the math on how much units are being used, right? They can go top 3 most top units this month are banned next month, right? Whatever they statistically from their data was used the most, right? Defensively can't be used on defense, or offensively can't be used on offense. That would just be fun. But
You know how many
go ahead.
people's offense would get screwed if, let's say, Lucian was cut out for the week?
screw it. I mean, that's the revamp, bro.
That'll be
It's
fun.
arena now.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that'll be fun. Honestly,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
I mean, one thing I found was when I met up with some of your malicious members here in Hawaii, bro. You guys are big brain thinkers for Guild Siege and Guild Wars, man. Can you imagine your minds thinking for arena, like all these different combos? Like, it's exciting for some people, right? To like be able to be like, oh, I can like try this weird unit, and then like if I'm the first one to do it, I can flex like, hey, I was the first one to try this unit in this comp, right? But you know, as much as we're kind of pushing this for a change for arena, they first need to test this in Special League, please. Like, it's just a couple weeks, bro. Like, throw whatever rules you want. Throw something stupid out there for us to test out. Like, nobody's gonna punish you for it. Like, why can't we just do, like, Nat 3-2s only Special League? Why can't we do Fire Nat 5 only Special League? Like, what's the big deal, right? They need to test more things in Special League. Use it as a guinea pig.
Fire monster only be hilarious.
Yeah.
They finally changed Special League out of the stupid SWC format for like 5 seasons or
Yeah, I'm glad they did that. I think that's exciting.
Yeah,
I
except
think-
when it's the dark only special league, I'm sitting that one out, guys. I'm sitting that out. Thompson's in. He's got
Dark only Special League.
and Fusion's in too. Both of you guys.
Oh, you got
Dark
one
Nat
of them.
4s.
It's gonna be all ranked those, bro. What you mean? Top rank is all ranked those. But hey, that's
You
fine.
first
That's the
gotta go, and then I get fucked. Basically.
maybe that's why they don't want to do it though. But hey, it's Special League. Would you be that
Why
upset?
not? That's a try. But that maybe to
Sure.
DK's point earlier, that's why you have shorter seasons, maybe, so you can try more things out. You know, like maybe that'll allow you to have more special league.
Right.
Maybe not a 1 month, maybe somewhere in the middle, right? They can figure it out.
And why does
Because-
Special League have to be indicative to only in the breaks in between seasons? Why can't we have 2 seasons of things going on?
True. And the other thing is like the lifespan of a mobile game is really short. Right, this is the one of the few games that's an exception, right?
Right.
But usually the games last for maybe a year, if that. So like the fact that seasons are 3 months long is really long, dude. And the fact that SWC only happens once a year, really long. I think they can do more stuff with this, more leagues, more different things like that.
Instead of
1-star
making
Special League.
arena, instead of making arena more interesting or making RTA more interesting with incentive, they could
Right.
do one thing that could make arena and RTA more interesting,
Buff Laura.
which is Buff Laura.
I
Exactly.
knew it. I knew it. He had to say it sometime today. I was ready. I was waiting for your eyes,
If they
bro.
if they come up with more buff patches, like buffs and nerfs, people will have to play more and test it out. Like the last recent patch, I'm like testing out like Archibald and Laura and just stuff like that. But a Praha, you know, so you can make arena more fun just by putting balance patches out, you know, and RTA as well. You don't even need to put rules in there.
Right. Yeah, I would say that this season coming up, this year 2020 coming up, is going to be the one that has the most factors, contributing factors to potentially seeing different metas come out. Because this is the thought process. Because now not only do we have buffs and balance patches, right, which change the meta. We have players, you know, trying out different units, which change the meta. We also have potentially new units that are out now, the Beast Riders, and we have consistent flow of Second Awakened units to potentially shake up the meta as well, right? With the addition to those coming in every 4 months. So this year will be the most potential changes and factors to change things throughout the course of the game, because there's so many things that can you know, come in to play. Yeah, so it's gonna be really exciting, really exciting. So just speaking on that, we're gonna go over to topic number 3. We talked a little bit about the Special League. Are you excited for that? Right, we just briefly went on it. Are you excited for that? Are you gonna be playing it, or what kind of units are you excited to test? Because it doesn't really matter, right? You just want to have some fun with it. Anything?
I mean,
Nope,
I finally get to have fun with the 4-star one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was so tired of the SWC format because it's so slow for a Special League, and it's just not.
Oh, work, man.
Like
But
Special
I
League, I
think-
just wanna do something stupid, like, you know,
Yeah.
like I honestly had the most fun with the 4-star only Special Leagues, like back in the like almost a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been a long time. You're right. What are you gonna say, Daniel? Go ahead.
I think I will take a break about RTA for a few days because I'm doing a lot to win this season,
See?
man.
Too many wings. That's the problem, man.
Burnout, right?
Yes. I need to breathe. Maybe
I
I,
mean-
do 30 for
I mean,
fun.
Especially you can do anything though. You don't care about the rank, right? So I'm saying, like, is there
Yeah.
anything interesting that you want to try just for fun? Who cares if you lose? It doesn't hurt to lose. Who cares? You know what I mean? You get propped on whatever.
I tried the first day because I like fights versus Thompson and use something different. And maybe if I lose, it's okay. But if I win, I clip and create the video. Put on Instagram.
Oh, Brian,
Just
going back
kidding.
to your thing
Yeah.
about how the 2 ways are coming out,
Mhm.
especially now that this is the 4-star. There's so many 2 ways that people could just play with. Like this season is gonna be like completely different. It's like shaking up like all these different type of meta. People aren't gonna. You don't know what people are gonna. Because like what last 4-star season, I remember it was like Chris was doing the like quad despair team with strippers.
Yeah,
that
that
was
is
like the
totally
most
different.
cancerous.
You're-
That was the can.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, like right now, like we won't be doing that. You will see like a whole bunch. You could be seeing the Swift
Can I-
this year.
Can I ask you guys, because I need some advice.
Okay.
What do I put a fast spare set on in Special League now? Because like I've been thinking about it, and I have no idea what I would put a fast spare set on. I don't think it works on any unit.
Iris.
Like a truly fast.
Iris.
I don't think Iris is viable anymore.
No, you can't because of
Oh,
Vertigo.
Verd, yeah,
Exactly,
revenge.
right?
Yeah.
Like
I have an
I was
answer.
thinking like a Despair Azalea, but I don't.
Azalea. That's what I was gonna say.
Right?
But
Really?
Azalea's better on Azalea's better on Violet.
Violent?
Really fun. I tried it. Already did the test.
Azalea is the 2A fairy, right? The fire
I
one.
took the bullet.
Thompson took it for the team.
Is it Azalea is the
what?
fire fairy, or are you talking about Isail?
He's talking about the fire.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's talking
You know
about
what?
fire. Fury.
You know what Obey would tell you though? You put it on your fast.
Yeah, that shit would
Fair.
work.
Who?
That shit would not work. That shit would not work.
Oh,
Like
Clara,
me.
yeah. What do you think about the
Maybe you can put on Ager for fun.
Yeah.
Clip stun.
Turn cycling and
fun.
stun.
Yeah, so basically what we came to an answer to is like nothing, right? We don't really have anything to put a fast spare set on, right?
Yeah, Clara. Do Clara, dude. Clara's a good one. That's a mini Gianna, bro. Thompson, you better do Clara, okay? Because that's your Gianna for the 4-star ender.
There we go.
Obey loves Clara.
Yeah?
I hate
No,
her.
he does.
I hate her too.
I'm not a big fan of her. Whenever I see her S3, I feel like it's Molong's S2. Just saying, but you know, that's just my thought process on it. That's what it feels like.
But good on Despair, and you might not agree, but it's really good. You could try Tyrant on Despair. It's not bad.
I can see that.
Ooh, Tyrone.
Oh,
It's
Tyrone.
special. Yeah, especially because in Special League there's no Josephines, so like you don't need the Violent as much to like kind of refresh your cooldown. The Despair is a lot more.
So you're
powerful.
saying you're gonna Clara into Tyrone? You know what I'm saying? That's your first stripper. What's your second stripper though? What's your second stripper gonna be?
Well, we'll see.
You can even try it on Tableau if it's fast enough.
Oh, I forgot about Tableau. Yeah.
I only have one Despair set, and it's like a plus 180, which is like, it's all right, right? But I
Eh.
don't know what to put it on. I don't want to waste
Yeah.
it.
Eh.
It's slow compared to what Thompson's got. Thompson's like, all right, that's all right. But like, I don't know what to put it on. I don't want to waste it.
Mine is about that speed too. Yeah, it's I think 6 speed slower than yours or 4 speed.
Oh,
slower.
But he has
Really?
3.
Yeah, but Thompson's probably got like 3 or 4, and he spread it all out, and you
I
combine them.
did. My runes are so spread out. That's what the
195
fun
or
is.
190 or something.
Dude, I'm using such weird stuff this season. It's so different because people are using weird stuff against me.
I'm using the same shit. But yes, I've seen you try some cool shit. Like you got that Laura, right? You got oh, you still got
Matrix.
John's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Isn't your lore on Despair?
No,
No.
I tried Lore on Despair. It's no
it's not
good.
Despair.
No,
I tried Lore on Despair. It's no good.
it's like a weaker version of Gianna, right?
It's
It-
just a weaker
doesn't-
version.
it doesn't
of
strip
everything. It's a weaker
consistently.
version of her previous version. Attack break, defense buff. Oh my god!
You know,
Goodbye,
honestly,
Beast Rider.
honestly,
You
as
never
much
hurt
as
me
as much as he
anymore.
complains about it, I will vouch for him as well because I got to use it a little bit. It's just the strip
Thank you.
just needs to be just slightly more consistent. That's it, and it's okay. Can use right as a stripper. I mean, some people would value it. It's just not consistent enough to strip. Like you use it and you see all the hits. Right? It's like dung 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 dung, and then they have all the buffs that they still have. Like you didn't strip anything, bro. It's like, oh my god, dude. Like how is it even possible, bro? 100 accuracy, by the way. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, but still, I think it's still a decent unit, by the way. Decent unit. Just needs to tweak a little bit.
Wow,
Tweak a little bit, bro. Tweak a little bit.
that
All
doesn't make sense.
All right, moving on to topic number 4 here. This is what I know we're always excited to talk about. Buffs and nerfs, right? We expect meta change every year. It's been consistent the last couple years, right? 2020 is coming around. What kind of balance patch changes do we need, right? What do we need to change here? Aside from the second awakens they released to kind of handle the crit rate units like the Anna and Verd, you know what I mean, with the Miho and stuff like that. People are trying out the different martial cats, right? What do we need, right? Of course we know Hathor, but what do we need, right? What do you guys want to see?
Buff Geldnir.
How?
Yeah,
How you
have
want it?
Geldnir.
I agree, but how you want to do it though? What you want?
You have Geldnir.
He has it. He has it.
I don't even honestly I don't even know, because to be honest I think his kit right now is complete garbage. And the fact of the matter is, like, you put like a supportive type of kit and then you give him a 33 speed for guild, which doesn't make sense, because when you only have 3 monsters, the 33 speed is meant for first turn instead of like a kit where you're taking hits to heal, but you still die if you die.
Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna show the percentage.
I know.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know what he wants to change
If
on.
Patrick was here, we say
Whoa, that was
deflection.
actually, I didn't click it. What's going on?
Thompson, your screen stuttered for a bit. That was all. That was
Oh,
all.
yo, I don't know. I was very technology unsavvy. What's up? You
All
guys?
right. Just gotta
Oh,
figure
what
out.
are we talking about right now?
Okay. Let me maybe be real on my thoughts about Ragdoll, since that's what you want to talk about. My
No,
thoughts.
no, I was talking about Antris. Oh, you want to talk about Ragdoll? Let's talk about Ragdoll.
Okay, fine. I'll give you my
No,
thoughts
it's
on
fine. We'll
Ragdoll
talk
because
about
I
Ragdoll.
want to talk
He's
on
a nerd,
Ragdoll,
right?
not because he wants
You're
to talk
talking about
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll? Fine, we'll talk about Ragdoll.
Yeah, okay,
That's
yeah,
fine.
I see you. I
I
see
want
you.
to talk about Antris.
Ah,
That's the
yeah.
problem, but okay. We
So-
all saw what happened to Sai in the finals.
So we all know that they nerf Ragdoll a little bit, right? With the percentage, right? So they hit it a little bit. I think that they need to release more units and buff more units that can handle it. What do you think? Then nerf it more. I think they need to make more units because I think they've done a good job this
They just
year.
buffed it more with the Fire Beast Rider.
Yeah, I know, kind of. Yeah, but that's actually a negative. Actually, it's opposite, right? They came out with a unit that made it worse. But I think they did a good job with giving us ways to kind of answer it and be able to handle Ragdolls a little bit better and team comps with Ragdolls. But I want to see more of that. Or would you guys just want to see a straight nerf?
What's your answer to Ragdoll? Can you tell me a team comp?
Well, it depends on what they're drafting, bro.
Wow,
Yeah.
you figured it out.
Yeah.
Brian, tell me, what's your team comp? What's the
my team
monster
comp,
that
do you want to know my count of the Ragdoll? It works all the time.
Yeah, you tell me.
I ban it.
They give us the answer. I don't know.
I just
You must be
answer
so
everything
better
else and
than
I ban it,
Wow.
dude. I just banned that crap, dude. Ever since I played on it with
No,
on
you-
TrueWell's account,
you
I played
just
it.
said, Brian,
I
you
know,
just
like
said-
it's so good, dude.
All right. Brian, you just said they gave us a lot of answers for Ragdoll. Tell me like one of them.
Shut up, Thompson.
Pre-ban.
All right.
Pre-ban.
Pre-ban. Yeah.
We have pre-ban.
Oh, all right, my bad. All right.
So we used to just have ban.
So that
They
means
literally
you're letting-
doubled the number of answers we have by giving us a pre-ban. But then they kind of took away that double because we now alternate pre-bans. So
So now you're
Yeah,
letting.
maybe you're
if you
right.
pre-ban that, you're letting Hathor through. You're letting.
No,
like,
you're right. You're right. It's still bad. But what do you want to do though? Because I know one model that Comptuous has, and they don't like to take away stuff when they give it. So what can we do to Ragdoll without completing gutting him? Then what do you want? What do you want? How do you change it and keep him like okay and usable without gutting
I'm
him?
still baffled, Brian. I don't know
Huh?
which answers Comptuous gave me for Ragdoll.
Well, they gave answers to a lot of other units, so when you're drafting and playing against Ragdoll, you can deal with it, right? Lauren, you can control a little bit more.
What's the unit?
Elucia. They've given us some answers, some 2As that have been good. No direct answers though yet, but I'm hoping some more direct answers.
Okay,
to Ragdoll.
indirect, intangible answers for Ragdoll.
Lauren, Verd, all
Please
the other
enlighten me.
Yeah,
Hey.
Lauren, Verd, all these other meta units that are good against other things that we're fighting that go well with Ragdoll, right? If you change any team comp and make other units that go well with Ragdoll worse, you inherently have been able to fight against Ragdolls better, technically. True or false?
Okay,
It's not direct,
Three-turn
right?
Oblivion. 3-turn Oblivion from Hermes.
Three-turn.
Oh yeah.
True.
Oh,
True. Yeah.
respect.
You have eyes too.
So what do you want to do then to Ragdoll, Thompson? Let's be real. What do you want to do to Ragdoll?
Oh, I want to talk about Antris, but if you want to talk about Ragdoll, I'm fine. I just want to learn from you.
You're such a troll, dude.
From
I
the
know
number
you
one
want to talk about
streamer?
Ragdoll.
From the number one Summoner Zor streamer, I want to know what Comptuous gave us to deal with Ragdoll, intangibly or tangibly.
I think it's more easy fights versus Ragdoll if you compare it with Entries, you know? Entries you can't control, man. Ragdoll you can.
I fucking love
It's pretty
Enter.
scary, dude. Enters too, though. Enters too, though. So, like, I don't know if... So, I recently built my Oki on crit damage, which is, like, so much better. And that's... It still doesn't quite answer...
Wait, you build your Oki on what?
crit
Crit
damage.
damage.
Oh,
But
nice.
in the
I thought
past,
that
I had zero answer for like I could get Luxact pretty easily. It's not even Luxact at that point. If I run a control team with a non-crit damage OP, you don't have enough damage to get.
That makes sense. He awakens to quit rate. Oh, of course. I've never thought about that.
Anyways, yes, Enter is a little bit.
Yo, so
Maybe
this
like
is my problem.
box, let it keep its debuffs or something.
You could first pick Ragdoll, Artemil. And you can first pick that and counter them from what they pick. But if you first pick Antares, Artemil, it's not going to work.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're right.
They have a lot of counters for
I
Antares.
try to make a point. Okay, fine.
Ragdoll is
Okay,
good.
fine. All right. I know the power of Ragdoll. I even used it.
Okay.
What if you just gut him though, but you gut him in a way you can still use him? What if his passive works the same way, but it will only work once per turn that he gets naturally? Is that too big of a gut? Is that too big of a gut?
No, that's not
So
too
you
big
can
of a-
build him. You would build him a little bit faster and you would build him with T-comps that would still boost him. So every natural turn he'll be able to do that again. And I think that's the same
because
buff.
the team is still taking turns more often. He's still taking turns more often. It's not a huge nerf. I mean, it is a big nerf, but
It is a big nerf.
it's still gonna be one of your top 10 units easily.
Yeah. And that also, if we can
Agreed.
apply that same nerf to Antares, I think it would also be good, right? Because now people have to change the way they build it. They have to root it faster. It's not going to be as damage dealing or as tanky, right? And inherently, every turn he gets, natural turn he gets, he can go for another cup turn, right? So that's what I think some of the changes that they could do. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Of course, Ragdoll players don't want to listen into this, but what do you guys
Young
think?
Hong, man, you gotta. I don't think it's about increasing cooldown times, but like make the boost like half health or not full health or something like that. Like it's still in my opinion the best unit in the game or my most wanted. And
If you have the violent runes, Young
it's so
Hong is
scary.
damage.
Yulong is so
Like,
scary,
Young
dude.
Hong is the most surprised. It sets up all the teams. Like if you've drafted well and you've set things up right, you're not losing, and you're very consistent because you're just moving, resetting, and all kinds of shit.
But the thing is,
Young
though,
Hong,
do you
very-
see
very-
still a lot of Yunhong issues though when you're playing RTAs? Are we seeing a lot of Yunhongs? You playing a lot of Yunhongs and having a lot of issues, a lot
I
or a lot
see-
less than before? A lot
A
less
lot,
than before,
dude.
right?
Everyone and their grandmother has Young Hong, Yana, Ragdoll, Artemil, Patter, and it's like it's not just one of these units where I can ban and draft around. It's like combination of it, dude. And Young Hong just makes everything flow together, man. Like, yeah, it's too good of a unit. That's another one that needs a big fat nerf, and it's not gonna get because they already gave it one.
Yeah, they already gave it one, but the Ragdoll one can definitely receive a nerf on that.
Yeah. Well, they also nerfed Ragdoll too, right? And it still needs both of those units still need another nerf.
Yeah, but the first nerf was so light, dude. What is it? 5% less? What was the
5%,
change?
5%.
Yeah.
5% less. Well,
5%.
how much does he give right now? How much does he give right now per hit? I mean, per boost?
15?
15?
15. It used to be 20.
15.
All right. Would you like to see it at 10, or would you like to see the buff that I just said? Natural
one you
turn.
said.
I like to see it at 1%.
You're such a cunt. You're such a cunt.
There we go.
Hey, Masha gets 1.5%. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge. That's huge. Now, but how about it goes back to 20%, but it's only natural turn? Okay.
Yeah, that's
There's some reason. Or even 25%. I don't know what the balance is between that. But once per turn. But once per turn, though. Natural turn. Once per natural turn. Still toxic, though. Still top 10 unit for sure. I think that'd be better.
Easy.
Actually, wait. That would nerf it huge? No, that's a big nerf. If you CC it, it never gets a natural turn. It's done. Wait. That's too big of a nerf. You Alucia it. You CC
Yeah, but-
anything. It's never going to get a natural turn.
Well, that's where, if as a Ragdoll owner now, I got to use my brain finally and figure out how I make sure it doesn't get CC'd then, right? I got to finally use this thing between my ears.
Tolerance
It went away when I pulled the Ragdoll. Now I got to get my brain back and figure out how to make it work, right? Now you actually have to make an intelligent draft.
Yeah, but tolerance runes is what they can do, and I'm not. And just a troll, right? He actually won the tournament that we had at Orlando, by the way. So tolerance runes actually prevailed. I saw it firsthand. It actually worked. Just say in that instance. But yeah, high resistance would definitely be a thing then for sure that would be needed on it. So yeah, that would be interesting. 20%
Good buff
boost.
suggestion. I hope they implement that.
Yeah.
And I hope they implement a Yun Hong nerf and, a couple nerfs of Thompson's units I will not speak of before it incents discussion. I'll just not.
Before we talk about nerfs on my units, dude, Hathor.
Hathor is broken. Hathor. So like the way I look at things too, it's like if Hathor was an LD, okay, how busted would it be, right? They'd be bitching and complaining everywhere, right? So I think it's equally as oppressive as the others. Like,
So you're just saying they should give a ragdoll to everybody. That's low key what you're saying right there, right? Since ragdoll's OP, but everybody has it's not as bad. When ragdoll's OP is LD, not everybody has it. So they should all give us ragdolls. Got it, bud.
exactly.
I like that deal. I like that very better. I love a ragdoll, please.
But like, if you don't nerf the LDs like Yunhongs and Giannas and ragdolls and stuff like that, it's tough for me to counter that if you take away a Hathor or you nerf that. I have way fewer answers. So if you're gonna nerf the Hathor, you need to touch the others too.
They need to make a new unit that can apply debuffs through immunity. Ooh, yeah. Apply Oblivion through immunity. That can also handle ragdoll. Just saying.
Daphnis applies defense break through immunity. Right? You're just like
What?
do its thing. Well, I mean, not through,
until
Nothing
until it
applies.
gets
Nothing
resistant.
applies. Nothing applies. Debuffs through immunity. They have to strip, then it applies. But a
it's
new
in one
mechanic.
skill. It's in one skill.
No. Hurtit does applies debuffs through immunity.
Oh, does he?
He steals, yeah, it goes through immunity.
Oh, that's the steal though, but that's not applying a debuff. The steal. Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Fair. But yeah, I would like to see a debuff, in specific Oblivion debuff through immunity. That actually might help out against those ragdoll comps. I hate the immunity ones, man. Amelia, Artemil, ragdoll. Oh
And
my
then
God,
maybe
dude.
if
Just
Oblivion
quit out.
touches those units, you don't crit first. Like the Oblivion comes on first before you crit and boost their attack bar. Right, one more step further beyond that.
Right.
You know how right now if I hit him with the Tesla, he's gonna crit move attack bars, and then if he
Right.
procs, bye Oblivion, right?
Or it would this new debuff that go through immunity that we're kind of suggesting and that has Oblivion could just be a support unit, so it doesn't necessarily need to change that mechanic. Honestly, right? Could just be a support unit that doesn't crit anyways, or that usually doesn't crit anyways, which is fine.
Imagine one new debuff is confusing. It's the same RPG game. You confusing another unit and he spend your skills in the same team. Maybe Hathor put your team for sleep.
That would
New
be OP,
mechanic, bro.
dude. I like that though, but that's OP. Yeah, like confuse like in Pokemon, right? When you confuse, you can hit your own.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Maybe not use the skills though. That's a little bit too strong. But I would say like you can confuse it, and then it will hit your own teammate, one of your teammates, randomly. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see a debuff like that. Confuse. I like that. Not a bad suggestion.
Maybe it's fun.
That
I
would
think
be
if
fun.
we're also talking too. Whoa, what the heck?
The fireworks.
If we're talking about busts and nerfs too, we also need to like touch up on like the awakening monsters, the awakenings on some of the monsters. Like
Okay.
I know Chris might disagree with this, but Okeanos should not have crit rate on awakening, or like
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I don't disagree.
and what's the other one called? The Dark Zero 2 should not be awakened to resistance.
Zeratul is dark.
Okay.
Dark.
Right.
He should awaken into crit rate
Yeah.
to make him easier to build.
Eluding
because
is
he
Like
has
not
no
Feng
HP.
Yan should not awaken to crit rate.
Resistance.
Fireworks.
Lyca should not awaken to resistance as well.
No. Leica makes sense. Leica makes sense. You're trying to prevent him from being, Oblivion. So high resistance Leica can be a thing. I don't mind that. It makes sense. It's not the greatest.
I tried it. It's not a thing. I'd rather have speed or crit rate.
I mean, obviously, we'd rather have speed crit rate on like every unit, though. True, right? So I would rather have it on units that don't make sense.
Accuracy is great on
Like
most. Yeah, accuracy is good too.
like Leica with resistance or Grogan with resistance, right? You're kind of like Grogan doesn't make
None
any
of them.
sense, dude. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
make any
just
sense
think
at
like
all.
they need to touch up on like these monsters. Their attributes, like either it's a HP based, attack based support, and
Right.
also the awakenings of
Here's-
the monsters.
You're also saying like for the flavor of the game too, right? It just doesn't make sense from an actual like
Yeah,
game standpoint, right? To have those things Ludia awakening into resistance. Like, fuck
Just a
that.
random one, right? Not
Come on,
anything,
Come on,
no
guys.
biased.
yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, that would be nice to see some of them. They shape up some more. Yeah, they have changed a couple. We have to give them credit this year. They changed a couple. We need to see more. We see more come to us, but they changed a couple of them this year to make them a little bit better. Any other buffsters? I'm gonna change it to the last topic, which is open discussion. Anything you wanted to ask here or put down? We got maybe like 5-10 minutes left here. On whatever you guys want to bring up to the table. Any other units? Yeah. What else has kind of been meta that maybe you want to see some changes for besides Thor? I guess.
Well, I mean, I think Hathor's fine if the other LDs don't get touched. If you nerf them, you can nerf the Hathor. But I think right now it's not really balanced, but it's the spectrum. It's okay-ish. But if you nerf Hathor, your LDs are they're already way too strong, dude. You're gonna kill the whole game.
I can
Or
see
you're gonna
that.
ruin it for a lot of people without LD.
I can see that. Yeah, because like Granny Hathor, you can still control. Yeah,
You have
I
a
see that.
chance. You got a low chance, but it's there. You nerf
Yeah.
the Hathor, it's like, well, what do I do? Like, hope my
Yeah.
bird pops a couple times. Like, I don't want to be fighting top players with 22%. I want to put them in a position where they need a 22%.
How the
But
hell?
also, when you give those OP players with like they have Pater and then you give them Hathor and then Ragdoll, it's really hard to deal with too.
Yeah.
How would you feel about one more turn cooldown on S3? I know it still goes good with Gani Hathor though, but is that like
It
too
makes a
easy
big
of a cop
difference
out?
because like if when you sleep, it's a 2-turn sleep and then your cooldown's 5, right? So like you proc a couple times, you already have it up just as they wake
Exactly.
up. But that one turn does make a big cooldown. Again, though, if you're gonna do that, you need to nerf the LDs, right? Because like if Ragdoll's being hit and you're critting, they're taking more turns. Well, I need my S3 on Hathor to match that.
Right,
But what I'm
true.
saying is, like, even though you're using Hathor to counter the really OP LDs, but the really OP LD users could pick Hathor against you. Now you're so fucked,
So end of
Yeah,
the
but
day,
that's
the
one-
LDs
that's
need
one
some more
less
addressing.
LD. Yeah.
Or
but
we
I
need to
think
make
that
we need to
is
make
a
more
nerf
units.
On a nerf
But-
on Hathor overall is kind of healthy for the game.
But it's
Or-
it's
Or they
If it
bring a
comes
new
with the
monster in
RTA.
that does 2-turn stun AoE.
like Gildner.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
it's
Gildner,
too different a
nice.
mechanic though. That'd be nice. But the thing is though, I think nerfing the Hathor is actually worse for the. I'm just thinking about the total population. I think it's actually worse. Even
Yeah,
though you say keeping the Hathor and the LD users using it, at least having it, more people have it against the LD users. They get a more of an opportunity to pick it. Still better than not having it at all and now having no chances on any draft, first pick or second
Yeah,
pick,
and if,
to have
and
something.
if the LD user takes the Hathor, that's one less LD, right? So like
Right.
it doesn't benefit their team as much as it benefits someone else to counter them.
I just think they need to make some new unit that's a regular element that is meta that everybody can start using as well, right? Along with Hathor, so she kind of gets a little bit more outshadowed, right? Would be
Wait, what?
okay as well.
They give Fire Monkey King a speed lead. That will fuck Hathor up a lot.
No, they
right
make
there.
it so he cannot be reduced by attack bar reduction effects. If they can give Masha 50% on
so much
that,
better.
they can give Fire Monkey King that as well. True or false? Right? They just gave Masha that new effect. We don't see that. We don't see that too often, right? Attack bar reduction mitigation. So giving that to Fire Monkey King, why not, dude? Why? Right? That's huge.
Why?
I mean,
Everything
it's
has
pretty
to be-
useless. He's pretty fucking useless.
Yeah. Now
Fire
you have
Monkey's
him.
good, though.
You have him untouchable, right? And then you have him, you can't stun him inability and he can't get reduced. Bro, he's scary, bro. He might do some damage, right? Defense break vile, you could kill something, bro. With the Fire Monkey King. Right?
Yeah.
As opposed to right now, right? You resist like one Oblivion like once every 5 centuries, but it is a buff, right? With 5%
If you
resistance per hit.
remove the attack break on SEO on Desert Queen, it's pretty strong too, man.
Oh, removing
because
the
you
attack
could-
break on Hathor?
Yeah, all
That's
these-
actually, yeah, that is a pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
because you bring Perna back to the RTA, you can explode one unit by turn. If you explode the another, the
That's
Gunny
very
Hat is dead.
Again,
You think it would gut Halthor if they just remove the skill 2?
Oh,
Or
dude.
like swap the
It will
skill 2?
hurt her a lot. I'll
They'll
tell you
hurt a
that.
lot.
Because some people have it
kill
on Swift.
Yeah.
Mm.
It would kill Hathor if you remove the skill 2.
Would it kill though? I mean, I
know
know
what?
it's big. I know it's big, but
Yeah,
it's
I would-
like,
You know
would
what
that be a
unit
much
now
better
becomes
nerf?
way better than Hathor then? Thompson has it, and it's light, and it's a monkey. And that thing becomes way better than Hathor.
No,
it
because you can
does
still
way
violent
more
proc. I disagree. Do not say that.
That is
No,
not that is
you can still
violent
proc.
deflection. You cannot say that statement. Because you can
No.
violent proc, my unit is not good.
Do
What?
do not speak of LMK if you don't have LMK, okay?
Bro, I've used it. That thing broken, bro.
It's not broken.
Okay,
Okay.
it's half
Ryan
broken.
IslandGrown, #1 Sun Resort streamer says it's broken.
Oh, of
What
course,
the
it's
fuck?
broken,
Why,
you're right.
dude? Why Cuz has brainwashed you? What is up with this new
My
statement? This
bad.
meme,
It is
dude.
broken. LMK broken. My bad. Yes.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is like if Hathor gets nerfed and it loses its skill 2, LMK is better than Hathor. I'm not saying LMK is broken.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying
okay.
Hathor becomes worse than LMK. Why? It literally falls off, and then you have other units you're going to complain about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I don't think you can touch this.
if you
Also,
change
LMK
Hathor,
is OP because Brian said so. #1 streamer. Come on, man.
it's okay. It's fun. It was a fun unit to use. I saw it. I used it. It's fun. It's fun. But if they change Hathor's first skill, they have to change all of them. What do you want it to be instead of attack down? Like what else is there for you to do, right? You want a sleep S1 for all of them? What you want? What do you want?
I do want to say this. I'm sorry for jumping topics, but please, could you bring Celia back to how she was before? Because she's like a really shitty unit.
What did she do before?
Her sleep is like consistent. Her AoE sleep.
Oh, did they shadow nerf her? They shadow nerfed her, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the topic. They shadow nerfed her. We can bring that topic up. They shadow nerfed her without even putting in a balance patch.
Taki talked about that topic when it first happened, and it's just like your counter's not doing anything about it, so fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
I try use Celia and the sleep is not good too, man.
It's so bad, yeah. It get resistant.
Well, if you're gonna buff the Celia, please buff the Bay first, and please buff Eludia first.
Yo, no matter how they touch the Bay, right? It's HP scaling monster.
And by the way, to put it in perspective, if you put Ragdoll's third skill, a passive, onto the Bay and replace it with the Bay's third, it's still worse than Ragdoll. That's how good Ragdoll.
No, that's how. Do that. I can't see that, man.
You know, I think Comptuous needs to realize that their most powerful mechanic in the game is anything that is 100% consistent. Anything that is like unresistible, consistent, it becomes powerful. And they need to use that to be able to, I don't know what they can manifest from that to buff or change units, but they can make units more powerful just like that. When something is more consistent, right? Like let's say even a unit, hey, this unit is guaranteed defense break. This unit is, you know, like Lucia, guaranteed sleep, right? We have Nephthys, guaranteed landing debuffs. Tiana, guaranteed strip. Anything guaranteed becomes instantly strong.
Tiana, guaranteed strip stun.
That is that's not true. That's not true.
Turn silent.
I'm not guaranteed, I'll tell you that, but okay.
Thompson's face just lit up when you said guaranteed and you started going, Thompson's face just lit up.
But he knows because that's what's strong. When you give reliability, things become a lot stronger. So how can we use that for other units?
Celia. I don't mind if it's not guaranteed, you know, forget about it. If segue to this, never mind. Keep Celia the way she is, but she's a useless unit though. Every other what's her heart magician is better than Celia. Everyone, she's the worst. Harmonia's better. Triana's better. Oh, Sonnet. Okay, all right, never mind.
Swap out attack rate on Hathor for S1 glance. All right, let's give it the Ganny treatment. I mean, that's still strong. It's like the same but different. You know what I mean? It's still strong.
Give an S1 strip.
Stop.
What about stripping on S1?
Oh, right. Speaking of guaranteed, Tableau's skill 3 goes through Mash's passive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't get the
it
reduction
just
is
goes to 0. Yeah, it just goes to 0.
Oh.
Like anyone else.
I didn't know that. Must be the wording or the way that mechanic is, because Tableau is a very special S3 compared to a lot of the units. It's a special
Tableau
mechanic.
is like, even though it says reduces attack bar, it actually doesn't reduce attack bar, so it doesn't affect Mash's passive. What it does is just, it's a separate type of skill. It just makes everything disappear and then gives speed buff to your team and then boosts everything.
One unit I'd like to see them buff, I'll keep talking about it, or 2 units actually, is Rakan, right? I like Rakan to, you know, S3, provoke, right, do damage, and then AoE provoke as well, right? 1 turn AoE provoke would be kind of cool. I don't think that's game changing.
Broken, yeah.
I don't think it'll be broken. I don't.
Only, no, it's not broken. You know, it's only the S3.
No, but you turn around and smack them back?
No, yeah, you turn around, smack them back, but when you smack, it doesn't provoke again. It's only on the collapse skill. Only on the collapse skill. Kind of like Jean, right? But Jean is 2 turns. But it's just a 1 turn provoke. It makes it more viable.
Yeah.
Right. Second one is Water Demon, right? He gets 100% attack gauge for coming back. Maybe reduce the amount of turns it takes for him to come back. That's one thing. Second thing is guarantee the turn when he comes back. So depending how your opponent plays, he has to be very careful because he can get cut. Right? He can't Diana transform. He can't do certain things, right? Because he's going to get cut. And the turn is going to be taken in between, which can be scary, right? Sierra Bomb, he can drop a bomb.
You can't talk about Water Demon if you don't talk about Fire Demon. Holy, that third skill is so bad.
Okay, that one needs a full rework, right?
Yo, when I read it, because I didn't have that unit, but when I read it, I'm like, whoa, the third skill is so OP. Like, I got to have this unit.
What does it say?
I got it. I double monned it. I tried it. Wow, it's so horribly bad. I'm telling you. Even with defense buff, attack buff, everything, towers all maxed out, it's still really bad.
If you do
because the multiplier is too fucking low.
Huh?
The multiplier is too low.
Oh, so bad, yeah.
They just raised the multiplier. That's an easy fix, though. That's an easy fix. Just raise the multiplier, and the unit is still just a damage dealer. Unfortunately, it falls into that category of, 700 units that are a damage dealer. But raise the multiplier. and then people can use it.
Island.
Yeah. go ahead.
Island. If you do this with a water demon, you need to do this with a water druid too. It's the same mechanic.
Sure. I think the cutting mechanic is kind of nice, and it really adds for a flavor in RTA when you cut, right? We've already seen in Taurus, right? He just does it a lot. But getting that cutting mechanic, dude, is very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, Tara's got it just like
because-
that. Cutting. Constantly.
Yes.
Dude, way too much.
But it's fine to use a more long with water druid. It's really nice game because you can explode 2 units with another 2 nukers.
Yeah, I think there's a stigma around Water Druid not being too good, but I think he's okay. I've seen people use it pretty well in different combos and like situations. It's not too bad, right?
I'm
Little tweaks.
using a lot without Devilmons because I'm testing.
Oh.
But the problem is the cut when have 100 attack bar, you know. But it's really strong versus Artamiel. It's really nice.
Yo, don't worry. Anything is really strong against
Artemel's already been handled. Like, true or false? Artemel is already handled. Artemel has been pretty much handled. Like, he's dealable.
I
at
think
least to a
Artemel's
certain extent.
pretty fair, more or less
Yeah,
fair at
he's
the moment. I think
fallen
it's
to
fair.
a fair spot.
It's strong but fair. Like it's not broken. It's
Right.
not.
anything that could armor break. If you just have anything that could armor break, you bring in Mo Long. Oh, you got it covered. Yeah, anything.
I mean, Elucia is a hard counter to Artemil. Just
Yeah, but
you
Artemil
don't
was
have armor
paired
break, it
with
still
enough
counters
stuff.
armor.
Lauren's a big
Yeah.
counter as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but when Artemil gets paired with a lot of immunities and stuff, it's still hard to do. It's more of the fact that the other shit that they bring with it. Artemil on its own doesn't do very much. It's like when they bring it with like Melias, Ragdolls, and all that shit. That shit gets scary. And defense broken, well wounded Arta hurts, dude.
Because then they'll just ban you. You just have a whole bunch of immunity, and then they'll ban the Artemil, and you still lose.
Hey, Thompson, actually, Artemil OP. Remember that one match that we had against Artemil? I was playing on your account.
said
And,
that, sorry.
Yeah, no, I said, remember that one match I played on your account against Artemil? Yeah, we picked the perfect team where we would
Cut out
win,
again.
like...
I'm not trolling you.
Really? Hello? Can you hear me?
you cut off at the exact moment you said the same
Every time.
Wait, okay, can you hear me now?
I feel
Can you
like
hear me
you're
now?
trolling me.
Here, can you hear me now?
Wait, I
It's-
can't hear
it's-
you.
It's
I'm just
Discord.
kidding, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, remember that one match we had with the Artemil? He actually revenge stunned every single one of our the units when we played. That was toxic.
Yeah,
We
that's
should have
pretty
lost
toxic,
that.
but
Yeah.
it doesn't happen often.
But yeah, and like I said, anything consistent is broken. So somebody in chat said, guaranteed cutting is broken, but that's not my point. The point was that I was saying anything that is guaranteed or consistent is broken. So I want to see more of those. I want Comtuous to figure out more ways to implement more of those factors into more units to make them stronger. That's my point. So getting
This
it
is
into
not
one
just my
demon
problem.
is what I
It's
wanna
my
see.
problem and Ryujin's problem. They didn't have to nerf Artemil for no reason. They really didn't. Because Artemil was already like, not that good, and now they nerf Artemil. That's fine. I don't use Artemil anyway, but okay,
That's not
I mean,
to go
that's,
with
that's
it.
the only
It
LD.
made no
That's the only
difference.
LDI pick though.
Huh?
It's the only LDI pick though.
Yeah, I get it, but like, they did. Do you think they have to nerf him?
Yeah.
But before
But
I
don't
had
think
him,
the nerf
yes.
was the right nerf.
Now
But
that I
don't think
have
the
him,
nerf was the right
no.
nerf.
Have you see how scary everybody's Lorens are? And
Just-
the
yeah.
room
Just
quality they
just
put on
means you
their
can't
Lorens?
draft it against you can't draft it against Lawrence. That's fine.
I mean, I take the Lauren
No,
first,
no, no.
and then I draft.
My bad. You can't draft it. You can't draft it against Lawrence and every other armor breaker in the game.
Well, no, because Lord, like the other armor breakers like Vanessa and stuff, generally
Not
gonna
as
miss
consistent.
in
Yeah, don't
high
miss it
res.
on your
Yeah.
resistance.
And then you have other
build.
ways to
Well,
cleanse
you
the
have
card,
no
like-
faith in your Vanessa. I have faith in your Vanessa. It could do it. It could
Mine's
go there.
Most Vanessas don't even have much accuracy.
I had my Sierra miss 3 bombs back to back to back against an Artemil. Okay?
Yo, I have
Best
I have
Sierra, by the way.
Artemil- I have Sierra miss 3 bombs back to back to back on Ganymede. That doesn't mean you nerf Ganymede again.
Well, that just means you're unlucky, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just saying they didn't need to like minorly nerf him. I don't even feel
I
the
don't think
difference,
it's
but
right.
they didn't need
It
to do
doesn't
that.
do it didn't do shit. Yeah, exactly. Well, what they did was they prevented it from being nerfed in the future. So like, if I were an Arta owner, I'd be happy that
Like they
You
could
know
bring
why?
it back.
You know why Arta got nerfed, right? It was because of all the other players who had Arta Rag, and because it was Arta Rag,
Yeah,
they
it's actually-
assumed like that combo was OP, so they need to nerf
it's the
both at
Rag.
the same
You
time.
gotta
Yo,
nerf
you nerf Rag, you don't nerf Arta, man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
wait.
OP.
You can nerf both. It's okay to nerf both.
No, it's okay. It's not okay to nerf both. It's okay, man.
It's
Don't
okay to
listen to
nerf
your
both.
opinion,
Hey
buddy.
Thompson,
It's
is this a fair
Wait,
statement?
unless the number one streamer, the number one Summer Resort streamer says that they should return Arta.
You've been streaming a lot. You're number one streamer, right?
No, you're number one, man.
All right. Is this a fair statement? If you have a lot of things, when someone touches anything, you will feel good or bad. True or false?
Whoa.
I
Context.
feel bad.
Right, because
that was
you okay, all right. Don't take it out of context though, but in the game, okay, in the video game, right? Thompson, you have a, you have a decent amount of units. So when things are touched, you will always either feel good or bad. So it's normal. What you're feeling is normal, sir. What you're feeling is normal.
Okay.
Yeah, not normal, but wow.
I have a lot of bad units for a really long time. I don't say anything, but all right.
That's true.
True.
Thompson doesn't have a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a lot
Thompson
of
has
bad
a lot
ones.
of units.
He
But
does
like
have a lot of
Cracker
units.
needs a buff. Cracker needs a buff. Helping you here, right? Zarath needs a buff, right?
They touched the Wrath though, even though it's not better though. They touched the Wrath. I don't know if they made him worse. I don't know.
Oh, I have a new Zarath defense on Siege that's decently worse.
No one cares about
Yeah?
your Zarath defense. Okay, Zarath. no one cares about your Zarath.
Come on, they're
defense.
malicious. Come
Zarath-
on, bro.
Zarath used to be so OP. There was a patch. They made it so he bounces the attack, the HP of every unit, and then does the Armageddon. That was so cool. But then they remanded that.
Yeah, there was I was thinking of a combo with Molong,
That
right?
was
You
so
nuke
crazy.
someone, and then Molong's low HP, and then the other person, the other team has a low HP. So once you like does a skill 3, it lowers everyone and nukes them. That was the good one. That was like a good change and didn't.
And then they remanded that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
it was something
broken.
cool. It was
It was
something
weird.
cool.
That
Yeah.
sounds broken.
Imagine
dude.
like you get Lucian and then use the Wrath after you get Lucian, right? That's so cool.
Reuse Light Dragon, Wrecked, and Siege. What's the defense? Can I know? What is the defense? I don't need to know the way it works or the runes, but what is the defense?
It's Light Dragon, Luer, and
What's the last one?
Iris.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know how that works though, but hey, you know,
Light
this.
Dragon,
No, I
Interesting.
really want a Neff for it though. Neff is like the perfect combo for
anything.
Anything, bro.
Anything.
Anything on Guild Siege or
Who
Guild
invited
Wars.
Make it a bud here, man. What the heck is going on?
Do you realize that Nephthys is the most toxic Guild Wars Guild Siege defense unit, man? It's so bad. It's so good, dude.
I
Why
really,
did
I
that
really
go
want a
with
Neff.
Siege?
Just for
Okay,
it.
okay. Nefties is OP for guild. Okay, fine. All
He
right,
is, he
I'll
is,
take
he
that
is.
with you guys. Yeah.
There's not many too many
But you know
counters.
where Nefties really does not excel in PvE content. I'll tell you guys that.
Wow,
right now.
is that your
It's not
downplay?
great.
Is that the deflection
Yeah.
right there? Is that the deflection?
No.
Yeah, where some strength excels, some strength she does not excel in. You know.
I gotta build crit damage.
No,
Crit
it doesn't work,
damage.
Chris. The attack
damage.
modifiers are too low. Unless they buff her, maybe she'll be better for PvE.
Crit damage,
Yeah,
bro. You gonna set her up to go turn 2? You're setting up for turn 1, bro. She's the setup. She's the setup, bro. Yeah.
Yo, you
She
got-
literally just goes. She just tells your opponent, "Shut up." That's it, and you lost. Just tells your whole opponent team to shut up, and then that's it.
That's pretty much what Hathor does too. Shut
No,
up.
no.
It's like
No.
2 turns.
No. All right. Any last words you guys want to pop in? Yeah, pretty solid podcast today. Yeah, we went over a lot of great topics. But all right. Thank you guys so much for. Oh, go ahead, Daniel. Yeah, one more thing. Go ahead.
When you have freeze or sleep, if you back your cooldowns, you kill the Hathor too, man.
Say again.
Wait, what?
Say again.
When you sleep,
Yeah.
for 2 turns, but your attack bar go ahead for next turn, you recover your cooldown, you kill Hathor.
Like you mean you get your cooldowns back when you slept for 2 turns?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, that would kill Hathor. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
Dude, that
why
makes a
not,
lot of
man?
sleep units scary, dude. I mean, actually not scary. That makes all the sleep units trash.
But
Yeah.
when you
It
have
makes
a
sleep trash,
stun
freeze,
or
and stun.
freeze,
Yeah.
you can proc. When you have sleep, you never can proc.
Yo,
No, it's because it's a
Mm.
2-turn sleep.
Okay?
Yeah,
That doesn't-
yeah.
does not
Versus-
appreciate what you just said.
Right. Her strength comes in the 2-turn sleep and not being able to proc. Maybe they should make more units that have 2-turn freeze and 2-turn stun. I would like to see
Well, that's
that.
what I said.
Mugen was
2-turn
saying
stun.
Yeah, I like that.
Turn and stun.
why don't you give a 2-turn stun to like the Bay?
Damn, 2-turn
Wait.
freeze for Varad, and we already have a better unit. Actually,
Yes.
What noodles are they eating?
These are Sichuanese like they call them mifan, but rice noodles. So like they're super thin and they have the mala, the like numbing spice, and also just normal spice. Like super good.
I can see you
What you
sweating,
gotta eat
bro.
now, man. I'm hungry.
I'm
The
hungry,
family,
bro.
The family, they
Yo.
brought some back from China.
No matter what Chris says about the Bay is a very good Guild War unit, all right? And it's
No,
decent
it's not.
for
No,
PvE.
it's
everything.
not.
It's very good when you combo with Nefits. It's
I
very
don't know
good.
what
We tried it
When you
before.
combo with Nephthys.
Honestly, I deserve that. All right, fine.
No, deflection.
Daniel.
We tried it. I put it.
Yeah, we tried. We tried.
110 efficiency,
sucked
and it
so
still
bad.
got his ass kicked. I put it on 110 efficiency,
Dude,
good speed,
Thompson,
good everything.
first off, you don't really do a lot of Guild Wars. Second off, you're talking too malicious about Guild Wars and Guild Siege stuff, bro. It's a hard argument, bro. It's a hard argument.
We tested one of the Bay defense against like not one of the top 5 guilds, but like in one of the it went I think 0-7 and felt bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, the bay's awful. Like it can't, dude. I did an RTA like setting it up with my Gemini and all that stuff, and sometimes it would go through and it still doesn't kill, and it's on 110 efficiency. Doesn't work. 2-turn stun might not even fix it, to be real honest.
But the problem when you running for TB, you test the fire demon in the same count. But I think the problem not the TB, it's fire demon, but it's too hard running for Lagmaron hit before TB.
I like 2-turn stun.
Yeah, I mean lag is way better. Like there's better options. The
I
bay
mean,
is just fun to
might as well
move
give
on.
it to him. Get more units, 2-turn stun, 2-turn freeze. I'd like to see that, bro. Maybe we'll get some more action and then. I
and
don't
a
know.
fire Lucian. A fire Lucian.
Yeah, but then you know what's gonna happen, right? All the stripper meta is gonna come in. Anything that's stripper, Gianna, Triton, Gianna, like are gonna be really good because now they set up for so many 2-turn freezes and stun opportunities and units, right? So opens it up quite a bit.
Yo, there's
Isn't
stuff
that the current
like
meta right now?
Josephine
Kind of.
and Juno.
Oh,
Juno
yeah.
needs a buff, by the way. I think Juno's a little weak.
Yeah, Leica stun. Oh, dude, I think the meta is okay right now. Bring Leica back to how he was, dude. It could be fun.
I think that's
don't-
fine. If you
I don't think it's
like
broken.
it back to how it was, it's still. I would argue to say not even top 20 if you brought it back.
Nope, but I would use it. It would be fun. It would
Yo,
actually be a
he
good
will
unit.
top 20 if whenever he could stack stuns. So if they're stunned and he attack it, it's like 2-turn stun. He
okay.
attacks it against like 3-turn
shit.
stun.
Okay, that's next level though. That's next level.
You know
No, then
who's
you
the
go
current
violent.
Leica stun? Miho is the current Leica stunner. Or previous.
Wait, you know what? No, actually no. I don't know about that. Yeah, I would just want like a stun back. I don't know about the stacking though. That's kind of toxic, but yeah. Sure. I want like a stun. Yeah, and be able to stun again. That would be a lot of fun. Right, but you have to keep in mind though, they just got buffed. All the Dragon Knights, you have to say they're a pretty strong family now with that buff to Justice. They're pretty strong.
I'm never scared of any Dragon Knights. I don't think they're strong.
You said before Hagdall.
Jaeger is scary too.
Yeah, what about Ragdoll, bro? What is this
It's
contradiction?
Jaeger,
Oh,
man.
sorry. Ragdoll, yeah. Actually, no, I lied. Sorry. I mean, Leo Ragdoll, so scary, man. Leo's scary, dude.
Yeah, Leo is scary.
Leo
Yeah,
really
because
scary.
everybody becomes, you get pulled down into their world, Chris. You're like, what the hell? 100 speed? I don't know what to do here.
The red, white, and blue one. They need buffs, or they don't need buffs, but they're not powerful. They're okay.
Yeah, they're good in Guild Wars. Better in Guild Wars now, right? But I
Good
don't know.
spot. They're in a good spot.
Yeah, much better spot.
You know who I really want? A dark demon. He is
Dude,
so
those things
fun.
are scary, dude.
Beelzebub.
No.
Dude, Dark Demon and Beast Rider. Oh my god, I keep reviving, bro. Like back and right, and Vanessa and
You
Terry's
know-
in there. Oh my
You
god.
know the good counter for Dark Demon? You know one?
What is that?
Ganymede?
No.
Because you could.
Mephisto.
No.
Reset.
No.
Mephisto's
No.
a good counter.
Oh, Mephisto,
Ah.
yeah.
The best counter is Haok, man.
Who?
Because you kill, you
Oh,
give it.
Raul.
Oh, Raul.
Yeah.
Oh
You kill
yeah.
the monster, you get another turn. You kill the monster.
Yes. You
Yeah,
give
and it keeps coming back like with low HP. Not that much HP. It's enough that Rail can kill.
And you kill again.
True. I didn't think about
running
that.
it.
Oh, yeah, because his thing is not a
Oh, that
steel
took
turn.
you a
It's
long
100%.
time to process, right?
Yeah.
You should.
It was like,
No, I'm just thinking of like, okay, like he's coming back, but I forgot
Ding.
that he doesn't take a turn. He doesn't take
Yeah,
a
yeah.
turn. It's a ATP boost.
It's the really good counter. People don't scare you when they bring Haok versus Beelzebub. It's really fun. You kill
I'll remember
another.
that. I'll remember that actually. That's actually I remember that. That's actually a really good one. I like that. And that's fun too, dude. That's hella fun, dude. I'll let you revive all day if that's the case. I can move 10 times in a rail.
I think
got
Rayo
one question
is a
that's
very underrated unit.
He's
Which one?
big. Reduce cooldowns,
He's
turns
good.
every time you can kill, right? It's like a Vanessa, like on steroids, right? You kill, you get a bonus, right? The bonus, you go again.
It's not Vanessa on steroids. Let's not go there. But
That's what's pretty good.
33 speed lead, brother.
Okay, I'm
No.
just talking about the skill 1 mechanic, okay? I'm just talking the skill 1,
Monsters
right?
have 3 skills.
The
I think-
33% speed. No, I'm sorry, man.
What do you say,
I
Danny?
think this special liga you create one team. Garo, Haok, Suzano, Tark for fun.
Oh, is that
For
what you're
fun.
gonna do?
For fun. The last pick is flex, but only for fun.
Okay.
Because I'm bored to play long matches. And if you Hawk is crazy or Tark is crazy, it's fun.
Hey, Raul and Tableau.
I don't have a tableau, bro.
I don't have Tableau either.
It's...
It's okay. Tableau sucks. Don't.
Nah, all units for Chris, he sucks. Only Nerfs is good, you know?
No, it's
Yo, Chris, for special league, run a
Yeah.
Despair Pablo.
Despair Tableau.
Yeah, it could work. If your Despair set is fast enough.
Hey, that's
I'll be
actually not
honest.
bad. That's fun. That's a
My
good
core is
speed.
probably not going to use any. It's not going to use any despair unit. Like even if I put the despair on something like on Iris or whatever, I don't think I'm ever going to draft it. To be honest, it's going to be all Swift. It's all Swift, and then a couple of IOs sprinkled in.
They need to make all the gargoyles at least decent, because right now everything, even the light one, which is the most unique one, they all suck.
Yeah, just make it good for Guild Wars, because I know a lot of you guys still like Guild Wars and want something fun or different, right? I think they need to buff it to make it at least good for Guild Wars, offense or defensively. Would be kind
I
of
thought
nice.
they made it to counter like Gani Hathor, but it does not counter Gani Hathor.
It doesn't do
Doesn't do crap,
anything.
dude.
They don't. They literally just turn to stone and then they just sit there.
They're literally a rock. Literally.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
But you wanted to turn to stone though.
You want it to turn to stone,
Yeah.
but the stone does nothing.
Yeah. It's like you know, you turn to stone and it's like the effect is like when you turn to stone, something amazing happens when they touch you, and your opponent's just like, okay, fuck, I'm just not gonna touch you then. just not gonna tap you, bro. I'm not gonna touch you at all. That's it.
So I got one question. What are
Alright.
you guys doing tonight for New Year's Eve?
I'm gonna eat some Japanese barbecue with the wife and the mother-in-law.
I'm gonna spend
Nice.
some time with some family and might do a bonus stream. Don't know yet.
In next 3 hours, I go to my family and wait for watching TV, something, and
Nice.
count and Happy New Year.
Nice. How about you, Regin?
Nothing.
You gonna strap on your man diaper and then go down to time, you know, to the ball and watch the ball drop?
Fuck no.
In New York?
Yo, I lived in New York all my life. I've never seen the ball drop.
Bro, I swear to God, the people in the front, did you ever think about it? How do they get out and they use the bathroom? They all got man diapers, bro. They all got adult
No, it's
diapers.
true.
I
It's
swear.
true.
Yeah, they do. It's disgusting.
They have to actually get there like what 7 o'clock in the morning to get to the front line and then do nothing the entire day.
They don't move. And then when you're done, when you want to leave, you can't. Yeah, you only can leave when everybody else leaves.
It's stupid. Don't do it.
So how do you pee? How do you
In your
pee? How do you-
diaper, they bring
how do
adult
you-
diapers and they wear adult diapers there. I swear.
No, there's people who squeeze out like they and then they lose their spot.
Yeah.
But then again, it's kind of pointless. I actually never found the appeal to it besides like just doing it because you're there. But it's like you're in the cold, you're being crowded, and you're watching something fall.
And it's
So you
tiny.
got-
It's not even that big, I heard. It's not even that big of a ball, right? It's like tiny. It's never...
You got an adult diaper on with stuff in it for 24 hours.
No,
right?
you
'Cause
take
got
it off and you
dress
put on another diaper. You know what I'm saying?
up.
Yeah, you can do it in there. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't care. I
Brian
mean,
has
some-
thought this through.
Yeah, I'm never doing that though. By the way, I must sit in the comfort of my home if I ever watch that, which I have watched a couple times in the comfort of my home. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah. What are you
up
gonna do?
to?
Family's got a party, so I'm just gonna go and eat lots of food, drink. I usually historically have drank way too much alcohol, and lots of food. I think we got like taco stand over here and all kinds of different. Like what the wife was bringing me was like all kinds of like noodles and different things like that they're already preparing downstairs.
Damn.
Is no
Oh,
one
when-
summoning tonight?
I already
I've been summoning throughout the days. And when Brian was doing
Throughout the
something
day.
I was trying to snipe a couple, didn't get anything.
He always trying to snipe. I see him his name in the chat all the time, but I know what's new, what's not.
Does it work?
He gets that
No.
vibe sometimes, but
So
not
the-
nothing new.
Today I summon a lot for Vion account. I pull 2 LED.
Oh yeah, what you got?
It's Light Beats Monk and the
Well,
Light Shan. Wow.
if there's one
Oh,
monster
it's
that
two.
needs the buff more than the Bay, it's like Beast Monk.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Gildenir.
Those three are really bad
I
though.
think
Who cares about light beast mode?
Yeah, those three
Yeah,
are really bad.
Geldney is when you remember have Geldney, you smile. I don't know why, because you pull new
I
Knights
think-
5, do nothing.
Shazam needs it more than Lightning Emperor.
They all
Only
need it. Let's be real.
No.
Don't try to
Lightning
downplay. Don't try to
Emperor.
downplay the bottom. They all need it. They all need it
Yeah,
badly.
they're both equivalently bad, but at least one has a Guild Wars speed, right?
If you were to put Gianna
that-
third
that
skill
does
above
nothing.
Shazam, it's still not as good as Gianna, straight up.
True, they could do that. You
I
could
saw
do
bad Shazam. is.
I summoned an LD
Bad.
95 last night for a viewer. Tom Sam, I'll let you guess what it is.
Artemil.
No, it was
Debate.
It was a
Debate.
Nephthys. It was a Nephthys.
Debate.
Nephthys?
Yeah.
Oh, broken.
Nephthys.
He's a new G3
The
player.
other day when we were streaming as well, 808, 2 Nephthys in 1 hour in the 808 global. Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
It's
Yeah,
like
so
crazy.
they're being born.
The light one and it's a complete 180. You know, day and night.
360, but all right, who's?
Yeah.
No, actually, 360 is back in the same spot. Never mind, 180.
Yeah.
All right, yo, that's all the time we got here. Thank you guys so much for joining for the podcast. I know it is New Year's Eve, New Year's, where some for getting closer and closer where you guys are. Thank you guys for joining me. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys get into the links. I'm gonna put all their links down below for their Twitch streams. Everybody in the streams go to bed, except for Rujin. Maybe you'll start streaming. Who knows? Yeah, if you want to do some streams here and there. Yeah, people love to hear some Guild Wars stuff, man. Some people are actually interested in that, and I know.
I still gotta move my this entire room to my new place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
when
link
you do
his
that, then.
Facebook or Instagram. Just link his Facebook or something like that if he's got. If he's got.
Yeah, I'll link
On
whatever.
Facebook?
I got you. But no, I'll link his Twitch. But all right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys leave those comments down below. We always go through those for the next week. And make sure you hit that like and make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys for making some time. I know it's New Year's, so thank you guys so much for being here.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Good luck, guys.
Everyone.
Stay safe tonight.